The silence I'm speaking about, and I hope to let you come to recognize this for yourself, because I don't like to talk about things. I like to share it. So you see, the silence I'm speaking about is not the absence of sounds or feelings or sensations or anything like that. Everything's included. I was first introduced to the silence that I hope to share with you when I was on my spiritual path many years ago. And in one incident, I was living here in Tiruvannamalai, I think 2004, and I was living with a sage named Shiva Shakti Amma. And I was sitting outside. I lived in the room next to hers in her small ashram on the first floor, one level up. And one day I was sitting outside my room on the walkway veranda and uh, just sitting there actually. And all of the sounds of the day were happening. And if you know India, it's not the quietest place in the world, you know. So on the street below me, there were, rickshaws going by and motorcycles and Indian people going about their day, speaking loudly. There was the vegetable guy driving by on his stand, which I got my vegetables every morning, shouting out his wares. Dogs barking, everything. And then as I was sitting there in one moment, a butterfly flitted past me, and something very beautiful happened. From the silence of that butterfly, it penetrated my being and imbued me with the a palpable sense of silence that was very profound and very blissful. And this silence was not affected at all by any of the noises of the Indian day at all. This silence I knew as the ground of my being. Like right now, you know, and to this day, whenever a butterfly goes by, immediately my being is imbued with silence. So when we were building our house, I made sure they put about 30 butterfly plants in because I love butterflies. But anyway, I don't need a butterfly for that. Like right now, it's very obvious anytime I care to notice because that ground of being, that silence is always here. So let's see about it ourselves for each of us here on this meeting. And this goes to a holiday. For a moment, instead of attending to any of the objects that are appearing, thoughts or sensations or emotions or sounds, all of which are perfectly fine, of course. But instead of attending to any of those for a moment, simply attend to the fact I am I. Pure knowing, I know that I am. pure subject, not I know the thoughts and I know the sensations, but I know that I am pure subject. I. This is pure being that has no name and no form. There's no name here in this. There's no form in this. There's no history, past, no future. Pure being is simply now. And when attention is taken off the objects of the world, not denying any of the objects of the world, but when attention is taken off the objects of the world and rests in its own light, you may experience some silence, a palpable sense of silence. So when that butterfly flitted by me, this is the ground of your being, the peace of your essential being. Sat Chitananda. Sat means being. Chit means knowing. I know that I am, and I know that I am. That's Sat Chit. Ananda means peace, the ground of your being.